Good morning, everybody. Alright, today is Monday, it's April 24th or whatever the hell it is. I don't know. I think it's April 24th. Sounds about right, I guess. Alright, we are in the Bay Area, Northern California. On the Interstate 238 right now, about to get on the 880 northbound here in a minute. Those of you guys who are JCT drivers, been around a while, you probably know where I'm going now. I am going to Oakland. Going to be making a delivery to Pacific whatever systems. I forget the name of it, but something along that line. Basically, it's a company that basically transloads for, it's Pacific Transload systems or whatever the hell they call it. Alright, I've been there numerous times before, and pretty decent customer overall. There's actually a decent amount of space to dock in at there. So I do have past videos of me delivering there. As a reminder, I always put bookmarks in my video descriptions, so it creates chapters, whatever. So if you want to skip ahead just straight to the arrival and docking in kind of stuff, you can do that. I thought that lane was ending. I would have stayed over there if I think that lane ends up here. At least I thought it does. I see an exit only sign up ahead, but I don't know if it applies to that lane or if there's another one there. Alright, anyway, I'm like he moved over anyway. I don't like making other trucks pass me on the right if I don't have to, but that could have just been that guy's choice to go that way when he had the option to go left. Anyway. Alright, so Pacific Transload Systems, what they do, basically when I get there, they're going to eventually, once I dock in, they're going to basically take all the freight out of my trailer, put it into a container, and then some other driver, basically I'll leave and then some other driver will hook the container, take it right down the street to the port facility, and it'll get put on a ship. I'm not even taking a look at where exactly this load is going to. I might take a look a little bit, and maybe I'm going to get over there. I didn't even bother to look at that part. But, alright, so just don't forget, if you want to skip ahead, use the bookmark in the description. Alright, prior to that though, how did I get over here? The last load you guys saw me deliver was to the Kihi distributor in Chino, California. I talked in the end of that video about how I was going to be going deadheading over to Tolleson, Arizona to pick up a Red Bull load at our drop yard. And that one was going to be going to Fort Wayne, Indiana. But alright, now I'd also mentioned on there I had home time coming up for a dental appointment, so I knew I was not going to be delivering that load to Fort Wayne myself. And alright, so I ended up, I knew I was going to swap somewhere. I ended up talking to our Saturday swap team person, Dieta. She's been around, she's been with JCT a pretty good amount of time, I think. If I recall, because I've been with JCT a little over 5 years now myself, and I seem to recall she was at JCT already when I got here. She was a nighttime dispatcher when I first got here. She kind of mostly stayed on that. I think it was more recent she became a swap team person. Anyway, I was talking to her, and she got me hooked up with a swap with another driver who also needed to get turned around. we ended up meeting at the TA in Gallup, New Mexico. Now, before we get to that point, though, yeah, I go to pick up this load at our drop yard, and it turns out, while I'm pre-tripping the trailer, I go to verify that the seal matches what's on the bills and all this kind of stuff, and I think all the newer JCT trailers that are Hirschbach numbered and Hirschbach spec, they have this big box thing that goes over the top of the door latch, so when you put your padlock in on it, you can't get to the latch at all unless you pull the padlock off first. I mean, you can't even access the latch where the seal is supposed to be installed. Okay, so but now there are like these little prongs on both sides of it that when you get it over the bracket down on the bottom, the prongs kind of slide down into these slots that are on the bottom bracket. Okay, so sometimes you can't get those prongs to engage the slots. Usually I find that if that's the case, either the seal is in the way, and you just kind of have to manipulate the seal in a way so it's kind of no longer in the way. Just do it, if it's a plastic seal, do it carefully though so you don't break it. Otherwise, if it's not that, usually it's a case where the latch, the hinge latch cover, whatever you want to call it. Okay, you got the door hinge, the door latch, the door lever, whatever you want to call it. There's a cradle that it sits in. Well, the top half, the cover, I guess I would call it, rotates down to cover it up, and then it's got holes there intended for like a padlock or seal. If that's not rotated down, you also can have that problem with these trailers. So it turns out, I'm picking up this trailer, not this load here, but the other one. I do my pre-trip, and I find that I can't get those prongs to engage. So I pull it up out of the way, and I take a look, and I verify the seal, but I also realize that whoever put the seal on there did not engage it on both the top and bottom halves of that latch cover thing, or latch securing mechanism, whatever you want to call it. It was only on the bottom half, so I'm going to go ahead and give you like it's only a 1 minute long clip, so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys that here. Alrighty, we have a little bit of a problem here. I'm picking up a load at the Tollison yard. This one got picked up by somebody else at Logger House in Waddell. When I came here to check the seal, I couldn't get this thing to actually close all the way, so I knew something was wrong. When I looked, I realized that latch wasn't even on there, so there's nothing stopping me from getting access to the inside of the trailer, even though it's quote-unquote sealed. So I could easily open the trailer up if I want to. And there we have it. Nice seal installation job, whoever's responsibility that was. Alright, so as you guys saw there, somebody had an oopsie there. I wasn't really sure how to best handle that situation. I was actually concerned that I was going to have to take it back to the shipper to get a new seal put on and have it documented on the BOL that I needed a new seal, or that whatever the new seal was going to be. That was an option that had to be considered. I kind of put it in dispatch's hands, and I let them know, hey, I've got this problem here. And I didn't really make suggestions. I just kind of threw it in their lap, see what they would do about it. see if they were going to want me to go back to Shipper, because from Tolleson to Waddell is not that far away. It's, I don't know, 20 miles or something like that, or if even that. I'm not even really sure. I just know Waddell is up on the northwest side of the Phoenix metro area. Tolleson is just on the west side of Phoenix. So it's not like we're talking a very long distance. And so, yeah, theoretically I could have taken it over there. Now, I had to ask, I'd never been to that Shipper before, so I had to ask in our Facebook group, hey, who puts the seals on at this place? Because I don't know. Sometimes the guards do it, sometimes the drivers do it, depending on where you're at. So, like when I'm at Walmart, Colton, picking up loads there, you know, they explicitly tell you the guard will put it on. And sure enough, when you go to exit, it's always, you give the guard the seal, they verify that it matches the BOL, whatever, and then double check, and then they put the seal on the trailer. So I've never been to Lauder House in Waddell, Arizona before. That's a Red Bull facility, by the way. So I had no idea how they normally do things over there. The answers I got is kind of varied. Some of the people were saying that it's the guard's responsibility to put it on, but it sounds like a number of times drivers go there and the drivers just give the seal to the driver to have them put on. So I kind of get that little process there, but I don't know. Somebody ended up just not putting it on correctly, though, and left it. Basically, as you saw, I could get full access to the contents of the trailer without even doing anything to the seal. And so I don't know if there are going to be any problems with with the receiver accepting that load as that seal is. I just kind of hoping maybe you cover that seal up with the latch, and maybe they won't even really notice it or something, because there are a lot of customers, you know, the trailer has to be sealed all the way to the receiver, and there are receivers who actually will verify that the seal matches, it's intact and all that kind of stuff, and if it doesn't match, they will actually reject the load. But there are others, you can get down there to the receiver and okay, big deal. They don't really give a shit if it's sealed or not half the time. You know, it's funny because the JCT trailers, the JCT spec trailers, I mean, the ones that have the 4-digit numbers, they have a, let's see, yeah, they usually have inspection/vent doors on the right side door. And some shippers will sometimes seal that door. But even on the customers that do check seals, I don't think I've ever had a customer give the first rat's ass if that vent door is sealed or not. So it's all the shipper who wants it sealed for whatever reason. It's okay, nobody really cares if that thing's on there or not. Alright, we're going to be using the 7th Street exit. It's just coming up pretty quickly here. So anyway, yeah, I hope that worked out there. But yeah, I ended up swapping with another driver who was trying to get to Missouri for home time to visit her parents. The other driver, I had a good, you know, it was brief, but I had a good conversation with her. She was actually, she grew up in the Long Beach area. And, yeah, she had about a similar amount of trucking experience as me, from what I think, but she said mostly it was flatbed, and she ended up leaving flatbed. I guess her mom had reservations about her doing flatbed work after seeing some of the stuff that goes on. Speaking of, there was an incident in the Tampa area just recently that it's been all over social media and news recently, where a truck driver braked really hard to avoid avoid a car or something like that. I think that created a problem there. And they slammed on the brakes. Well, they didn't have the load secured down well enough. There were a couple of pipes that they were hauling that I recall. They went through the back of the tractor, straight through the windshield, and ended up like, the front end of them ended up a few weeks. Damn it, come on, quit jerking like that. Several feet, I think, in front of the tractor or whatever. Thankfully, the driver survived, but I need to be over here. Okay, right here, this very first turn. It should be this right here. It always throws me off because I see that truck there. Uh-oh, what's this guy doing? He's got his four-ways on, so I assume he's trying to check in. Okay, right here, this very first turn here, though, is Bay Logistics. I mean, Bay Circle. What am I saying? Bay Logistics. Bay Logistics is something else. That's a place in Phoenix that we do pickups at. That involves Fairlife Foods loads. This is Bay Circle, though. But right here where this truck up here at the top of the hill is, he's actually at the guard shack right now. And so when we're going to check in with the guard shack here and get checked in, and then we'll probably end up backing into a spot over here in the staging lot, which is right here up here back behind me to the left. I turned it into him already.
What you got, JBS?
JBS, yeah.
Okay, back up in door 17.
Door 17, okay.
17.
Okay. Alright guys, we're going to be docking into door 17. The yard boss just came up and told me that.
You have 6 hours and 58 minutes of remaining drive time.
Why not?
You have 6 hours and 58 minutes of remaining drive time.
Alright. Oh.
Door 17, doors closed. Back up straight. Okay?
Doors closed?
Doors closed for now.
Okay. Alright, so we're going to leave the doors shut for now. By the way, I did take a look at the BOL. Hopefully I just got parking lights on right now. 17 should be down that way a little further. Alright. So this load is going to be getting on a ship and going to Taiwan. I assume that it's going to various customers in Taiwan, perhaps. I don't know, but yeah, it's ultimately where the ship's going to. That or that this a container that it's going to end up on is going to. I saw someone's shadow. I wanted to make sure I knew what I was seeing and where they were. This guy's having a hard time lining up at his door, apparently. Yeah, I had caught someone's shadow over here, so I wasn't sure if it was a guard trying to come over or something else, but I think we're good. Great. Now, is this guy gonna be on my? Now, is this guy guy getting ready to open his doors or something? Alright, now we can finally get moving over here. This guy, what is this guy doing? He's all in some weird position. Alright, he's looking like he's in front of door 29. Let's see if I can get over here. He's taking a long time. Alright, 17 should be over this. Man, it's... Yeah, 17's right here in front of this container. Right next to that container. So I'm going to go ahead and nose into the staging area. And you might have heard the yard boss say leave doors shut for now. I can't even see my door right now. I'm looking for that container over there that I want to back up next to. Alright. Tandem's over by the line now. I can, I might be just a tad early, rotating it over. Ah, shit. Ah. Yeah, a little bit off there. Get my tandems just, give me a little bit more time to get over there. Should have a winner now. Okay. So I'm not gonna waste your guys' time with doors open and all that kind of stuff. So how about we continue this when we're ready to dock out? Alright guys, we are all done unloading here. Oh, she's getting her to drive. Well, go ahead. Alright, so they got me unloaded fairly quickly. But yeah, it took a longer time once they were done, but to get the bills. Hold on, I'm gonna see. I always forget if the guard wants to see the inside of the trailer or not. I don't think they do, but could be wrong. I don't go past 5 miles an hour because I don't want to start my clock back, my 14-hour clock back up if I don't need to. Alright, let me get my doors shut. Alright, so I need to set my empty call, but I'm going to go ahead and get out of the way here. I'm going to move a very short distance. So I don't know where I'm going to be reloading yet. I know I will be most likely picking something up and taking it back to our San Bernardino drop yard so I can go back to my house for my dental appointment. But generally when I deliver here in Oakland, sometimes I end up going down towards Salinas and sometimes I end up going to other places. So I don't really want to venture far from here until I know for sure what I'm doing next. I don't know yet what I'm doing. So that said, once I'm gonna go ahead and just park over here on Maritime Road, Maritime Avenue, whatever you call that street, and we'll just hang out there until I know more. Not gonna, of course I'll know more when I'm, I guess, depending on what I'm doing, I may or may not have a vlog available for you on that. So we'll see. Alright, yeah, we'll show you guys where Maritime is, and we'll park over here. This is a 13.6 or so bridge here, by the way. Yeah, I think it's 13.6 if I recall. I didn't see the sign there this time, but... Alright, so this light you're going to see up here, we're going to turn left. This is Maritime right here. And we'll just park here in the center of the road, in the left turn lane, whatever, and call it a day over here. Now, what is up with that that light there? It's facing the wrong way. Okay, they do use these tracks. It's not heavily used, but I do sometimes see them get used, so definitely make sure you're paying attention there. I think it's just it's a local locomotive, what they're basically at. I think it shuttles the containers or whatever, back and forth. Alright, I'm going to slide over here to the left here, because as soon as we find an opening, damn, this guy is actually, spot he shouldn't be. Alright, it's not looking too good here. There's a lot of trucks here. I don't normally, well, this is normal to see, but I just was kind of expecting that there would actually be an opening here. I don't know. Is there enough room here? Yeah, might be. Yeah, I think we'll be all right here. Just if I can get my we'll be fine here. I just gotta watch my. I got my deer guard here. Actually, let me get my drive tires a little more over here anyway, so come on, are you gonna back up or not? Alright, like a glove. Alright, so we're gonna call this one a day here, right guys? Hope you guys got some enjoyment here. Like I said, I don't know what's going on next, but our planners just came in about half an hour ago. I know for sure I'll be taking something down to the San Bernardino yard. That means it's most likely I'll be picking up a Leprino load in Lemoore, California. I don't know for sure that's where it'll be, but if I'm a betting man, I'll say that's where I'll be picking up. I've got plenty of footage there. Can always catch up on other stuff that's not related to vlogging, so if it is a Lemoore pickup, I will probably plan on not vlogging that one. So like I said, there's plenty of that footage already available here. And alright, otherwise, if there's something, some kind of interesting thing they send my way or whatever, we'll definitely vlog it for you. But otherwise, yeah, I might just plan on not having any new footage here, any pickup delivery type vlogs until after I'm done with my my dental appointment. I might also be putting my truck in the shop to get the 100K maintenance done and get that front differential leak fixed as well. So, all right, that's it. I'm gonna call this one a day. All right. Thanks for hanging out watching. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.